Watermelon is the perfect summer dessert, but with a little creativity, it also can be a really delicious entree. So here to show off a great new way to serve up everyone's favorite summer staple is culinary director at large of Food and Wine magazine, Justin Chapple. Welcome back, Justin.
Thank you. It's so awesome to be back here and see you all again.
I'm very excited about this recipe, and I think our viewers will be as well. It's very unique, and I know it's also featured in August's issue of Food and Wine. How did you come up with this?
So it's funny because you had mentioned desserts, and so I really wanted to focus on fruit recipes because it's the summer, 'tis the season. But then I started realizing, what if we treated fruit like meat? So in this case, right, we're making watermelon steaks instead of beef steaks or tuna steaks or something like that.
This is fruit for dinner. I'm telling you,
dinner.
everyone who eats very clean is going to be so happy about this recipe. And even if you just want to change it up a little bit and not have something so heavy over the summer because it's so hot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and we're not even talking about going vegetarian because obviously in this case we're making a grilled watermelon steak with warm pickled shrimp.
Right.
But it could be vegetarian if you want, so you can really go
Mix
in
it
any
up.
direction here.
So Cam, Orly, and LZ are completely intrigued as I was. So it starts with pickling our shrimp. How do we do that?
Yes. So here in the saucepan we have a cup of apple cider vinegar and about a half a cup of olive oil. So this is going to be our brine. So you want to kind of get it really hot and bring it to just to a boil.
Okay.
And then we're going to add some salt. So we have a tablespoon of kosher salt, and then we have some coriander seeds, and these are whole coriander seeds, which I like to use because they're fruitier. So when you kind of crack them or crush them with a skillet or a mallet, it releases all this flavor.
Oh, nice.
That's really fresh.
Okay.
So this is our brine, and then to that we're going to add some shrimp. This is raw shrimp, obviously.
Okay.
So would you have done that with the coriander, like cracked it to get that there before you poured in, or that'll happen now?
Yeah. So you could take the bottom of a skillet or even like a mug and just
pound it.
And just pound it, and it kind of releases the essence.
So now we're going to put some heat in there.
So we're going to add some heat because jalapenos are great with watermelon and shrimp. So we have some jalapeno, and then we just have some red onion here.
Okay.
I love this. I'm not used to having a sous chef.
Well, don't you worry. I'll come with you on the road, and I'll just be handing you all the dishes.
And then we're just going to give this a quick mix.
Sorry about that.
Sous chef at large.
And what you're doing here is you're not trying to boil this or poach it. It's a quick pickle.
Okay.
So it's just 20 minutes. So we're going to put a lid on it, and we're going to take it off the heat. Just turn it off there.
And because it has the vinegar in it, it will cook the shrimp.
Yeah, so you have a little bit of the heat from the hot liquid, but then you also have the vinegar, which is almost like ceviche style, right?
Okay.
So after 20 minutes, then you have this beautiful, delicious pickled shrimp. Check that out.
Nice.
And what's so great about this is it's gonna be delicious with our watermelon steak, but you can also bring this to room temp and then chill it, pop it in the fridge, and you have like a little summery snack situation.
Okay, so while we set that aside, we're now going to move on to our grilled watermelon steaks, which I really love. I mean, it kind of, my mind is blown because I feel like if the watermelon isn't firm enough, it's just going to fall apart.
Right, and so you want to, oh, look at that.
Oh, that's
Check
beautiful.
that out.
And it smells delicious.
It smells so good, and that's partly because we're using a cast iron pan. So it's caramelizing all the natural sugars in the watermelon. We didn't add sugar, we just brushed it with a little olive oil and then hit it with a little bit of kosher salt, threw it on the grill, but of course you can do this outdoors.
Right, and we grill it for quite a long time.
Yeah, believe it or not, it was on this side for about 4 minutes. We're gonna flip it, let it go for another 4 minutes.
8 minutes, that's as long as it would take a steak.
And that's partly why you can see how thick this is here. You want to cut it into thick steaks.
Okay.
So you don't want to do like the kind of thin wedges that you would normally eat here.
Gotcha.
But so let that go. And in the meantime, should we talk about watermelon?
Yes.
Let's talk about watermelon, shall we?
I'd love to know some tips when you're at the grocery store. How do we know? How do we know which one is a good one to pick?
So in this case, I'm going to hand this over to Debbie. Pick it up.
Oh my gosh.
It's very heavy.
That's
You're gonna
very
knock on
heavy
it,
for
right?
its size.
What's that?
You knock on it?
Some people knock on it, but actually, I'll even pass this to you guys. What you'll notice
heavy.
is it's way heavier than it looks. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's little.
It
doesn't look
feels like
it
you're
was
holding a giant watermelon, but you're holding kind of a
true.
small-ish watermelon, right?
Okay.
Wow.
And so,
So you want to find one that's heavier than it
It's like
looks?
we're doing our abs.
let's all pass it around the
This is
room.
a group workout.
So it should feel really heavy for its size, but here's another really great trick. So a lot of people think this yellow patch is a bad thing. This is actually an indication that it's a really ripe watermelon, and that's because this is where the watermelon sat in the field. And last but certainly not least, so here you see how there's no stem here. This is like an innie. If you see one with an Audi that looks like it has a stem here, it means the farmer cut it off a little early. Whereas when you see it like this, it means the watermelon knew it was time, So it decided to like
On
release
its own.
itself.
If it,
Yep.
if it
what a great
is,
tip.
should you not
Tips.
buy the Audi?
I would say if you do, just let it hang out at home for a while.
Okay.
Let
Oh,
it
it can
ripen
continue
up.
to ripe?
Yeah, 'cause
Ripen like
fruit
that?
ripens after it's picked. So you can like pick it and then just let it ripen. So we have these beautiful watermelon steaks here, and we are going to serve it with our pickled shrimp. So we have. You want to help me here?
Yes, I'd love
So I'll
to.
put it right in the middle.
Oh,
You're going
okay.
to spoon it right on top.
Oh, here you go, and here's one for you
go.
too. Spoon it on top of the watermelon?
Yeah, spoon it on top, around the sides. Make it look really pretty. This is where you get your food styling in.
Look how beautiful that is.
So the brine also doubles as kind of like a vinaigrette, like a dressing, which is partly why we added the olive oil when we were bringing the brine to a
You've
simmer.
got apple cider vinegar and olive oil in there. I mean, it's the perfect dressing.
It's
so
delicious.
good for you too.
Plus that shrimp kind of adds a little extra flavor to it. And then you're gonna add more flavor with some parsley.
There we go.
I'm so excited to try this.
Oh,
And
it's
then maybe
beautiful.
add a couple lime wedges there just for an extra,
Sure.
a little kick of zest.
I have never had anything like this.
Yeah.
There you go. Pass it on over to
This
the
looks
camera
like
there.
that.
fancy
Ladies
schmancy.
first, there
Thank
you
you.
go.
There you go.
This looks amazing.
All right, we're going to have a little taste. I can't wait. Full recipe, everybody. You know where to go. HallmarkChannel.com. And for more of Justin's recipes, just pick up a copy of
Get in here.
Just Cook It, which is available now. Coming up next.